Hi friends, we're here. I'm gonna take you step by step to where DC people had access to the neighbors' cats. They just left and they did pack their things. They went back and forth, I don't know. In the end they came back and they took their stuff. Right now I'm gonna show you the access to this. So that's our house there with our gate, and the property is from here all the way in the back. Lots of space, we're lucky like that. And this is the other property, the deserted one that belongs to our neighbors. Of course the main gate is locked, but I showed them where they can come in and search for Lilu. They refused. All the searching resumed to sitting near the car and calling for her. They did not want to come with me through this opening here. You can see I'm squeezing in. They're even thinner than me, so they can fit. Okay. And there's this whole space here. Lots of vegetation. We've been doing some trimming here a few times a year because our cats also come here, and we need to make access to this easy access, not get stung by nettles and other stuff, maybe snakes, who knows. And this is the area, the garden of the deserted house that is next to our makeshift cattery here. I still have my cats locked in because I was afraid the DC people would. You can see my cats there. I will soon free them. I did not want them to wander off here, just in case they would search for their cat here, their so-called missing cat, but of course they didn't. They stayed on the road. I went inside here, called for them, asked them, invited them in. They refused, saying they are not coming without a police escort. And the police, of course, explained to them that they themselves can't enter the property without a warrant, and they are free to search. They gave them permission. Go search whatever. They've asked me to assist them in the search. I did. But they did not want to step foot in this yard. So whoever is very concerned about Lilu, from their supporters, from the people who still believe in their true, in their, how to say this, I'm missing my words. I may smile, but I'm so very pissed off. I'm very pissed off because they have threatened me, saying to me, Eddie said this to me, you are fucking crazy. You know you're wrong with everything. You don't. They've even said to the police, I don't have fire extinguishers on the property. And of course we had a little bit of laugh, because I've told the police, am I required by law as a private person to have an extinctor in my house? I am not a public shelter. I am not a private shelter. I am a private person with as many dogs as the state allows me to have. So far there's no limit of number. All my dogs are registered with the local vet and the authorities, and they are chipped and they are regularly vaccinated by the local vet. And for treatments and everything else we use and surgeries, we use the vet in the city, and we're okay. We have shelters for them. The animals are far better. All our animals are fat pigs because they eat extremely well, and except the mud that everybody gets in the country, and we're trying to fix that with cementing our yards. There's really not much. I think many would be envious of what we've managed to do in such a short time and with limited resources, like everybody else. Everybody who has lots of animals struggle for funds. It's incredibly hard, and it's a struggle, and it's normal to compete for your supporters, but it shouldn't be like this. For crying out loud, really, it shouldn't be like this. This is not okay. It's not. I've hid nothing from these people. I've received them in my home, just like I've received our foreign friends. We are visited by people from Austria, from UK, from Belgium, from France. We have guests all throughout the year, and they've all received the same treatment, and they've all, some do the work we do, some are not able, but we don't ask them, because, you know, there's so many ways you can support a shelter. It's incredible that people come and see for themselves. This is why I've always asked people and encouraged people, come. It's not so expensive to get on a plane. You have all the support you need, and come and see for yourself and see how many things need to be done, and maybe you can help a little in that area, and that's it. You know, there's nothing hidden, or we're not really trying to hide anything from our friends. The way for them to imply that we do, it's so frustrating and nerve-wracking. And you can see this is a little. I will enter in this little house because I know I am able. We've lost. We've searched for our cats a few times here. You can see it's obviously not legal what I do, but I'm sure nobody minds. If they don't mind us mowing their yard, their front yard, I'm sure they don't mind if I come here and search for my cat, as they wouldn't mind if they would have come here. The police told them, go search whatever, nobody will say anything to you. Don't make a freaking spectacle and such a circus. Call the police. Oh my God, why? What for? And tell the police, Irina is not okay, she doesn't have fire extinguishers. Oh, really? When I do have a fire extinguisher. It's in my car, because the law is forcing me to have a fire extinguisher in my car. So far, it doesn't force me to have a fire extinguisher in my house. I will. We do plan to improve the living accommodations of the cats. I'll try to do this. Hopefully I won't fall. See, this is where our cats come sometimes. They stay and they look at us from that little window, and from the roof here they go on the roof and they stay nice and quiet, or not so quiet sometimes, but there's no Lilu. There's no access to the main house. This is just a shed behind the house. The main house, I have never been inside. I don't know how it looks. I think it's a lot better than this. But this had a roof collapsed, and this is why it's like that. So you can see Lilu. There's no Lilu. They could have done this with me. Of course they didn't want to. Wow, so much soap. This is the soap they make home, and there's some rats that came and chewed, because it's made out of lard and soda, something like that. I remember my grandmother did. And this is, you know, it's so sad to see houses like this when people die. So we're closing it back the way it was. Okay, we're closing it back. Of course this is locked. There's no way anybody, you can't go through the windows or anything. The house is pretty tight, and this is it. There's another area here with stables, also decaying, very decaying. I only have 1 more minute, I better hurry on my card. Okay, so we go through here, and this is gonna fall soon, and this is also decaying. The poor guy died before being able to finish this. This is our backyard with our dogs. Hello, hello. And this is another area, and there's no Lilu here. The cat wouldn't have been here anyway because of the noise. The dogs would sense it and make a lot of noise, but they didn't, because the cat is never and nowhere around here, obviously. They should come back if they decide still they want to go in this yard like I do, and like I've invited, and like the police allowed them to, and because apparently they like to go spend money on gas. It's such a short ride from Bucharest to here, just to make a spectacle and try to harm some people. Luckily we've been here a few years now, and we never had a problem with the police. Yes, like everybody who has more than a few animals, we've encountered people who don't understand still what we do, and don't like and envy us, and speak bad, and you know, it's normal in a village.